Hi, I'm Nikhil from Tech Tree, and today we have for you Sony RX100 II or the Sony RX2 as it's popularly known. So this camera is a nice compact light camera with a big sensor, bigger than your point and shoot cameras that is. So those who are looking for good image quality in a compact size, this is perhaps the camera for you. The camera is nice, small and compact. However, it is a bit heavy. How heavy? The camera is around 280 grams, which may not seem like a biggie, but it is when you compare it to DSLRs. What I mean is, DSLRs generally have a bigger body, so their weight is distributed across the body. While in this case, since it's nice and compact, all the weight comes quite a bit in the center of the body. So you do feel the weight quite a bit, especially when you compare with point and shoots. Also, the camera's design, though designed like a point and shoot, is a little awkward at first, as it has small grips and a pop-up flash which is to the left of the camera. So when you're holding it up to click, and if you're in one of the auto modes, the pop-up flash does tend to pop up, restricting your finger movement or generally interfering with the shot. So you do need to get a bit comfortable with the design, otherwise it's quite okay. So this camera features a 20 megapixel sensor with 3.6x optical zoom. It has a nice tiltable LCD screen, so you can take low angle shots. It can shoot full 1080p video and also has Wi-Fi NFC in it. So basically you can directly transfer from the camera to your smartphone or tablet on the go. Also what it has is a nice horseshoe attachment which wasn't there in the previous series. So it helps you expand on the accessories such as putting a flash or putting a microphone extra added onto it. The camera shoots really well and you will have absolutely nothing to complain about. It can shoot really crisp and clear, and it is quite good at low light, especially with the Exmor sensor that it is in it. It has backside illumination also enabled. You also have a good size sensor, which is a 1-inch sensor, which is bigger than your normal point and shoots, which helps low light. And also what helps is the 1.8 f-stop lens that is included with this. So basically it lets you shoot well in low light and also lets you focus well even if the subjects are quite close to it. So if you go for something equivalent of this in a DSLR, it's quite expensive. So we're quite happy that Sony has included a good lens in this package itself. Also, what you need to keep in mind especially are the two intelligent modes, which actually got me quite confused in the beginning. They are the I modes and the I plus modes. So what these modes basically do is that when these modes are on and you're clicking with these, you will notice a lot more processing going on within the camera and also a lot of contrast and color shifts compared to the subject that you can see. This is especially due to Sony's implementation of how an intelligent mode or how you can say a picture should look like. So what it does do for you, it eliminates post-processing for you by doing it all in the camera. While this may seem excellent for most users, especially point and shoot owners, DSLR owners may not like this as it doesn't give an exact reproduction of what's in front of you. The interface is clean, but it's a little cumbersome. At first, it got quite a bit confusing as to what modes I can use where in order to get whatever result I wanted. So for example, when I was in the aperture mode, I wasn't sure what I have to dial to change the aperture mode. The camera doesn't do a very good job of telling you this. However, you need to figure and discover these features out on your own. So those with point and shoots as your cameras, and if you're moving on to this, you will find it a little confusing. Though once you're set with the camera and whatever the features do, you're pretty good to go. So in overall, this camera is quite good and we're quite impressed by it. However, what we did not like is the steep price, which is 43,000 rupees. So for 43,000 rupees, we would expect the Sony RX100 II to have at least a touchscreen included with it. So if you're looking for a small camera with a big sensor size, we have two options for you. The first option is Sony itself. Sony has a previous generation RX100, which is around 34,000 rupees, and it's a great camera. It may not have the same features as this one, but there's nothing really to complain about. 2, we have Nikon 1 series. Now the Nikon 1 series, we have the V1 of Nikon and the J1 costing around 22,000 rupees for the non-interchangeable lens one. Now this camera has a 1-inch sensor and is quite good, so you won't have any complaints as far as the picture quality goes. So if you're taking all these in count, I think the Sony RX100 II deserves a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Thank you for watching. Do let us know what you feel about this review right down below in our comments, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you like it. And for a full detailed review, do check out techtree.com. Till next time, happy clicking.